Hello and welcome back to another episode of the BNI Southeast Tennessee podcast. My name is Michael Crosa and I'm here with Elaine Zambos, the director of BNI Southeast Tennessee. Tell me how to get real with my business.
When I say let's get real, what is the big picture? So many times we're just like, I just got to get to Friday and get a paycheck. Yeah. Or, I got just this project.
One more job.
Yeah, one more job, one more, whatever, right? Yeah. Like I got to get the money. But what's the vision? Like, what is the big vision of what we're trying to create here? What are those things that could make your business explode? And so I witnessed this. It was in 2008. I was in Muncie, Indiana.
Okay.
It was a defining moment for me. I was at a BNI chapter meeting, and our president, he is kind of quirky, and he was just funny guy, James. And James owned a commercial cleaning company. And so, BNI, we ask for a referral. And we always say specific is terrific, and the more specific you can be with your referral, the better off, right?
Yeah.
And so when it came to him, he said, my name is James. I have a commercial cleaning company, and a good referral for me this week, he said, I want to meet the maintenance supervisor for the RCA Dome.
That's a big ask.
That's a big ask.
Yeah.
Let's put this in perspective. We're in Muncie. The RCA Dome was in Indianapolis. So that would be like us to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville.
Okay.
Right? Like to
couple hours away.
Put it into perspective. I'm like, whoa, dude, that's a big ask, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the meeting, we had a visitor there, and he asked her, did you like BNI? Do you think this would help your business? Do you have any questions? And she says, oh my gosh, can I give a referral? And he's like, well, yes, of course you can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
My uncle is the maintenance supervisor for the RCA Dome.
How crazy.
Kid you not. So she made a personal introduction to her uncle, and he got that job.
That's got to be life-changing, right?
It is life-changing. It is life-changing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so when they tore down the RCA Dome, and then they built the Hoosier Dome, now it's Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, he has built a legacy for his company because he was real. And he knew what he wanted.
He knew specifically what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But we all have that power.
Yeah.
Every one of us has the power to do that and to build that legacy, to make that life-changing moment for our businesses.
Right.
But we're not real with ourselves. Like, we haven't sat down and done the work. Like, what is it that I really, really want? And I always say, like, what's my RCA Dome?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that big fish?
What is that big thing? And again, in taking all of that scarcity thinking away, because he could have said, well, I can't ask for a referral like that.
Too big.
It's too big. I don't have the staff. I don't have the resources. Right. I don't. And he didn't. He was like, bring it on. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I mean. Like, be real with your business. Like, if you don't have what my mom would call a pipe dream, if you don't have a pipe dream, you'll never get it, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Something that I see with podcasters a lot is going into making a podcast without setting a specific goal or a dream, or setting a goal that doesn't actually connect back to why they started in the first place. Mm-hmm. A lot of times somebody might make a podcast to help support their business, right? And then you get so caught up in the kind of intoxication of watching your numbers go up. And then you're like caught on, I need more listeners. And you might get more listeners, you might not. But that's actually not really what we started this all about, right? We wanted to bring this back to the business. So let's say you have a podcast with 10 listeners, right? Mm-hmm. If 5 of those listeners convert, that's great. That's better than 1,000 listeners with nobody converting.
Right. We've talked on different podcasts before about your why. Like, why am I doing this? And say, like, for him, when he started his cleaning business, the reason he started it wasn't because he loved cleaning toilets and emptying trash cans. Like, who does, right? Nobody likes that.
Right.
No. But he started it so that he could create a business for his kids and his kids' kids.
Yeah.
That's why he did it. And so he's like, okay, if I'm going to create a business that's going to last generations, like, they're on the 3rd generation now in this family.
Wow.
Right. How am I going to do that? So getting to the bottom of why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
And that's
awesome.
why I mean, like, you got to be real.
Right.
And you got to be brave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be brave.
It's a big ask, and that can be scary to make those big asks.
And so.
But it paid off.
I'm going to ask you, what's your big ask?
Me?
I'm not going to put you on this spot, but I mean, that's something for us all to think about. Like, what's your big ask? And it might take, some soul searching. It might take digging to your why. So that's what I mean by let's get real with our business.
Yeah. I'll get real. I'll get vulnerable.
All right.
There are some big companies in Chattanooga. There are, Shaw Industries, Mohawk Carpets, Unum, Blue Cross Blue Shields, Tennessee. A lot of these people are companies that have huge bases that they're connecting with, creating podcasts about your health or something, right? That might be something they're interested in, or, that kind of thing. And so being able to connect with one of those companies and to be their podcast creator,
right?
That's my big fish.
Well, yeah, because they all have, using Blue Cross as an example, there's got to be a list of frequently asked questions, right?
Totally.
Each one of those is a podcast.
Totally.
So, okay, we put it out there. So if you know somebody, if you know the person at Blue Cross Blue Shield that Michael Crosa could hook up with for a podcast, he's getting real, friends.
Getting real.
You just got real, Michael.
I did. I got real. Who knew? Well, Elaine, thank you so much for bringing me out of my shell a little bit. This has been the BNI Southeast Tennessee. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.